In a 15-minute leaked recording, Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling was heard fuming over his girlfriend's Instagram photographs with Magic Johnson, an NBA legend who is black.
People call you and tell you that I have black people on my Instagram, and it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot if you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
It's pretty absurd that someone in such a high position of power can get that far in life and still have those old thoughts and really negative thoughts about a certain race.
That's NBA fan Jeff Safroni. What's most surprising is that over 75% of NBA players whom Sterling employs are black. Soon after the story emerged, the Clippers fell to the Golden State Warriors to even the first-round series at 2-2 on April 27th. In a show of defiance, the team took off their warm-ups at center court and sported plain red shooting shirts.
It did show the team's unity, and it was better than them not showing up and not playing. I mean, they put on for the fans, and that's always a good thing. I think the fans supported their decision.
Commissioner Adam Silver, who was just 3 months into his first season as head of the league, was faced with a landmark decision on how to assess Sterling's future. On Tuesday, April 29th, Silver stepped in front of the world and announced,
"Effective immediately, I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association with the Clippers organization or the NBA."
He also imposed the maximum $2.5 million penalty. Silver says that he fully expects the other owners to pass a 3/4 vote that would force Sterling to sell the team, ridding the NBA of the ugly stench brought by his comments. Reports say that Sterling, who has had a highly successful career as a lawyer, is going to fight to keep the team.
Billionaires don't like being made fun of or be put to shame, so I'm not entirely surprised. I'm not sure exactly what's going to come out of it. It's going to be a long, expensive process, that's all I do know.
That's Junior David Yaglam. Thanks to the leadership of first-year head coach Doc Rivers and NBA Players Association president Chris Paul, the Clippers edged the Warriors in 7 games to advance to the second round.
It's a tragedy that people still have these thoughts, but something like this kind of brings it back to the forefront and reminds people that it's still an issue. It's easy to root for the team when you have Donald Sterling as being the bad guy.
Time will tell whether this stain on the NBA image will be removed. Many hope the team is sold and Clippers players rally to spite the bigoted man who used to write their checks. But as Sterling's rise to power in Los Angeles has shown, you don't always have to be a good person to get what you want. Jared Wasserman, Terp Weekly Edition. The Wizards beat the Chicago Bulls 75-69 in Game 5 to advance to the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Took us a while to get back, but to close it out quickly like that was big for us.
That's Wizards fan Steve Cooper. The Wizards' up-tempo offense was slowed to a snail's pace by Chicago's defense, but 8 fourth-quarter offensive rebounds pushed them into the next round.
We went from our old big three with Gilbert Arenas, Caron Butler, Antoine Jamison to now our 2 young guards, John Wall and Bradley Beal, taking over games.
For now, fans can rejoice knowing their team has advanced to the second round for just the 3rd time since the 70s. Jared Wasserman, Terp Weekly Edition. In the round of 64 alone, there were 5 overtime games, the most ever in a single round of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, there's a lot more red than green in my bracket.
The biggest surprise of the weekend was the Mercer Bears' 7-point victory over 3rd-seeded Duke, a welcome sight for University of Maryland fans still reeling from the team's crushing loss in Durham a month ago.
Yeah, it looks like Duke won't be in the Elite Eight like I predicted, but I can live with that.
Save for Wichita State, who saw its hopes for a perfect season dashed in the second round after losing to Kentucky, top-seeded Florida, Virginia, and Arizona remain in the field. Play resumes today when the 11th-seeded Dayton faces 10th-seeded Stanford, 2 of the more surprising teams in a tournament chock full of them. Jared Wasserman, Terp Weekly Edition.